Honorable Deputy Premier, Permanent Secretary of the Premier's Office, Director of MAC, members and staff of the Montserrat National Trust Board, members of staff of Montserrat Arts Council, MAC, artists, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Montserrat National Trust. We are pleased again this year, the fourth year, to host MAC and the Montserrat Arts Council's MAC 4 exhibition. Today, as in the other years, we are excited to see the work of people who live among us. We are amazed at the talents that are in Montserrat and that we only see a glimpse of them certain times of the year. But both MAC and National Trust mandate is to expose the culture and talents that we have in Montserrat, and we do that by collaborating with the exhibition, but we also display and sell the artwork of a number of Montserratians who have done writings, paintings, photography, and some of the objects that you'll see in there, quilting, knitting, and so on. So we are proud to be able to associate with this exhibition and to be able to promote the art that is very vibrant in our island. So, a plug for the National Trust gift shop. We are open immediately after, so some of the items that you see on display in there, you'll be able to purchase them, and other items, some other Montserratians who have been created throughout the years. And I must say thank you to everybody who had a part to play in this year's exhibition. It gives me great pleasure right now to welcome the director of Montserrat Arts Council, whose brainchild this is, and who has been working tirelessly to make sure that we have a good show this year, Mr. Chad Cumberbatch.
Distinguished guests, artists, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome. Of the products that MAC produced over the years, MAC 4 has been absolutely the most rewarding of them all to me. Against the backdrop of festival and with the noise and everything else, we get to highlight our craftspeople and our artists, and that for me is a great joy. These are people who usually sit quietly in corners someplace, probably away from spouses and families, or probably in the middle of their work area, making noise and disturbing them tremendously, and making a lot of mess. If you understand me, you're laughing in the background. You understand what I'm saying? These are people who work very quietly, and I think it's great for them to be given this absolutely wonderful platform where we do 4 of them each year. And the talent that exists in this place completely amazes me each year. This year, and it's a celebration, huh? This year we celebrate the work of Cardella Yearwood, needle and thread, twine, all exciting things, making magic. Jim Brown, an award-winning artist in his own right, living among us and creating textiles. Incredible. Ras Wynn, who mines the earth found objects and twisting them into the most amazing creations. You have Dolly Youth, who have hidden himself from me for many, many years. I've only known him as a Calypsonian. I've known his children. Never know this man hiding away someplace there without proper tools, carving and making the most beautiful art. Please, a round of applause for these artists. I'm also proud that this is one of the few programs that we have that are fully sponsored every year. Each year we have no problem in attracting a sponsor. Somebody comes forward and said, listen, we will sponsor the event. And this year, the St. Patrick's Cooperative Credit Union have come forward as our sponsor. I'd like to please give them a round of applause for helping us out. Art is important. Art is important. Without it, what we would have? What would our walls look like? What would we wear? Those very small, small things that we take for granted. And I'm very glad that among us, we have people who are creating and investing in that very, 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 very important way of life. So artists, again, I salute you and I thank you. And there's 4 years. We've been doing this for 4 years. And some of you have not been the easiest to get the work out of your hands, huh? It's not been easy to get the work out of your hands. But I'm glad that those of you who have shared, and what you're sharing with us, are not all of it, but I'm glad that we have a lot of it here this afternoon to show you.
This time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the Honorable Delmore Ryan, Deputy Premier of Montserrat. Only if I was being prophetic. Please come. Please come and speak to us, Madam Minister.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Good afternoon to our distinguished guests and the artists and those who are here celebrating with us this afternoon. It is indeed a pleasant honor to be asked to be part of this year's celebration in showcasing and celebrating the work of 4 of our artists and craftsmen through this exhibition, which will be mounted over the 2018 festive season. The arts speak long beyond our human mortality. They contain the stories of our past and present, and we embrace our relations with the Montserrat National Trust in partnering with the government of Montserrat and the private sector to ensure that this part of our heritage is preserved. I say thanks to the work of the Montserrat Arts Council, MAC, and the Montserrat National Trust for continuously providing opportunities for our local artists to tell their stories through various forms of expressions in photography, graphical art, sculpture, carving, pottery, and other crafts, but also providing parking places, so to speak, along our lifeline, where we stop to reflect from whence we came, remembering our roots through our art, history, and culture. May this year's Mark IV exhibition be successful in reaching our ancestral chords, remembering our ties, and stimulating our creativity in utilizing our minds and hands to record our heritage through the arts. I say very best wishes for a successful Mark IV, and now it is indeed my distinct honor to declare this exhibition open and I shall cut the ribbon. Thank you.